Oh hey, it's Wes. And I've got a bone-chilling tale that'll shake you to your very core of photography. It was a dark and stormy night, and young Wesley— it's pronounced Wesley. Whatever, it's my story. And young Wesley was coming home from a wedding, which he had just shot far away in the land of St. John, as he struggled into the house with his impractically large camera box. It's practical. That's not how it looks from where I'm standing, laddie. Little did he know the horrors that tonight would hold. Spoilers. I'll tell my story however I want. He unpacked his cameras, got out his SD cards, and began the night the way he normally would after a wedding. Get the computer ready, get the backup hard drives ready, and plug in that SD card to copy over those precious memories. 'Twasn't long before there was a flash of light and a crack of thunder, and his computer went dim. This was not what he had expected, nor what he wanted, but he thought, oh, that's interesting. I've got a UPS. I shouldn't have lost power. Let's start her back up and see what happens. That was his first problem. The computer would not get past the Apple. She would not boot, no matter how many salty words he threw at her. He thought, no matter, perhaps it was the lightning. I'll try it on the laptop. So, he moves across the room, opens the laptop, does not plug it into the mains, no. Afraid there might be another crack of lightning, he was. Plugs in that SD card again. Nothing. Cannot be read. Plugs in the backup hard drive that he was ready to load it into. Nothing. Doesn't even light up. It would appear that it's not just the computer that had suffered damage. He backed up a moment. Should be surge protection in this UPS I've got. He didn't read the fine print. He gots to know how many joules it takes to stop a lightning bolt. And laddie, that UPS was about as useful as a bunghole on me elbow. She did nothing. So once he had gathered his wits about him, he pulled the second SD card from the camera. It was the moment of truth. Hands a-shaking, palms a-sweating. He inserted that second SD card into the computer and began importing. Import failed. It was like a cold dagger to the heart of him. He had lost it all. There was no wedding. There were no pictures. His incompetence, his hubris, had led him to the point of destruction. As he calmly collected himself, he assessed the situation. He thought maybe, just maybe, if I start a new catalogue. Yes. Now it's working. The first catalogue had been corrupted by the lightning. The next one, she be coming in strong.
Alright, time to shove off, Captain.
What? Do you think you could do a better job of this?
You bet.
Ha! See if I come to your Christmas party. So, that was terrifying. In the end, I did get the pictures in. But what happened? Well, the UPS was only capable of handling a few hundred joules. A lightning strike can give you hundreds of thousands, up to millions, or even over 1 billion joules. Now, odds are I didn't get that many joules through my house, but just enough. Just enough. In the end, what was the damage? Well, my external hard drive was completely corrupted and I couldn't get it reformatted. The SD card that was in the computer, it just didn't work anymore. I snapped that in half and threw it in the garbage. Might have been able to recover it with some work. The computer itself, the hard drive, was completely scrambled. Somehow it started working again after a couple of reformats, trip to the Apple Store, blah blah blah. So what can you do to prevent this from happening? Well, let's go down to the basement and have a look. Since this time, I installed a whole home lightning surge arrestor. This is capable of handling a lot more power than those average power strips. Those power strips do almost nothing in this sort of event of emergency. Number 2, I never have my backup hard drives attached to my computer at the same time that I'm importing. I only ever have one hard drive attached at a time. Now, I didn't lose everything. I had another backup hard drive. I always keep 2, one on a fire safe, one that can be used. I immediately ran out and bought a new one, but that was terrifying to have all my work only on one hard drive. I do have cloud backups, but those are hard to get at. So, lesson learned, don't let it happen to you. What would have happened if I had been shooting, say, on a camera that only had one memory card? It wasn't even memory card failure. This was something largely beyond my control. Now I have put in preventative measures that it is somewhat within my control, but let this be a lesson to you. Things can go pretty crazy, and if you want to keep those memories safe, you want to keep the wedding safe, there are extra measures you can take to prevent things from completely crashing down around you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got some backing up to do. And maybe go take some photos.